Are you a single woman who's been living her very best life? Girl, me too. Get in here. Welcome to Empowered by Her Picket Fence. I'm Stephanie, and I'm not a celebrity or a social media influencer. I'm a single woman, a single mother, and a women's empowerment blogger. And it's time for us to come to the mic and let people know what's really good with single women. And you know this show is always going to keep it short and cute. So go grab that latte because we're about to get into it. What's up, ladies? Welcome back, and thank you for joining me this week. If you haven't already, follow the show, because let me tell you, I have some great shows coming up for the next couple weeks that are about that single dating life. First up, I have a highly critical public service announcement, a code red. Ladies, stop claiming guys that don't claim you. We're getting all into that today. But first, I want to let you know about something I'm doing that's new. I love to read, but I don't always have time to read. But when I do read, I like to read about self-love, empowerment, anything that's going to help me elevate as a single woman. And I am going to be choosing a book and letting you know why it caused a shift in my thinking. So I am going to be dropping all my faves every now and again, and hopefully you'll like them. And of course, we will close strong with Girl, It's Time to Leave. All right, so let's get into this. Stop claiming guys that don't claim you. You know what I'm talking about. You've been dating a guy for a while. You're chilling. You spend a couple Saturdays together. That's a big day. You haven't really had the conversation about exclusivity yet, but you kind of assume that you are his girlfriend without any confirmation at all. And then something horrific happens. You're out and somehow you get introduced as his friend. Has that ever happened to you? Because I can tell you it definitely happened to me with somebody I was dating. I was much younger, and I was into him and we spent a good amount of time together, but we had never had the conversation about exclusivity. And I got introduced at a party in front of people that I had told that he was my boyfriend as so-and-so's friend. That is a fact. And I don't know if it's happened to you, but it was like I was in like a cartoon and someone dropped a refrigerator on me. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I was thinking to myself as I stood there, how did I even get here? How could I have been so wrong? And if it's happened to you, then you know. We in our minds as women have an idea about the relationship and where we want to see it go. And if we are really into a guy, in our minds, he's our man, right? But guys don't operate like that. With guys, they want to have their cake and eat it too. They love to sit in the gray area where they don't really have to be accountable. We're kicking it, but we're not necessarily together. And if we as women aren't assertive and figure out what's going on, we will stay in that gray area forever and they will be totally fine with it. That's my opinion anyway. We are so quick to say, oh, that's my man. That's my man. Why do we do that? Is it for validation purposes to say we have someone? Approval from our friends? I don't know. But I know men don't do it half as much or even a quarter of as much as we do. Men take their time, don't they, giving us that label to the point where we actually have to initiate the conversation. And I have this to say, or even ask, what gives them the right to make all the decisions? Why do we give them this power? One thing I do know is that you can't keep someone that doesn't want to be kept. I think men that want to be in a relationship have no problem saying, hey, let's be exclusive, just you and me. And men that don't necessarily feel the need to initiate that conversation could possibly still be looking around. So we have to keep that in mind. Have you had the exclusive conversation yet? Can I just say, ladies, that conversation is so played out. At this point, these guys are wasting our time. They are either on board or they're not. So it's a direct question. Are we in a relationship? Yes or no? I'm suggesting today for us to do a reset. And just like men don't allow themselves to be claimed easily, they drag it out to the very last minute. You've seen it, or maybe it's even happened to you. The guys that like to string women along. Well, what if we didn't allow ourselves to be claimed so easily? And I encourage you to Do not allow yourself to be claimed or claim him unless he is worth your time. See, exclusivity doesn't matter if you're with the wrong person. I am over men keeping us in a holding pattern. We need to start as women setting the pace. And if you're in a situationship or in a situation where you're hanging out with someone and they aren't claiming you, stop claiming them. They aren't yours. Only give your time to someone that thinks enough of you to initiate that discussion. And only then do you decide if they are worth claiming based on what they have shown you. And if they can't do that, well then, oh well, you can move on. I have 3 empowerment moves for you. If you are currently in the dating world and you are unsure of where you stand in your relationship or situationship, number 1, if you're dating and you're unsure, ask, what do you have to lose? I'll tell you what you have to lose if you don't ask, your time. Number 2, if he won't claim you and he doesn't initiate the discussion with you, he might not be worthy. So move on. And number 3, this is a big one. You don't have to wait on anybody. Let me say that again. You don't have to wait on anybody because you already have it. You are already a masterpiece. And if he can't recognize what's in front of him, then he is not worth it or worthy. So on that note, the book I'm about to introduce you to is a game changer. This book is from a New York Times bestselling author. His name is Matthew Hussey, and it's called Love Life. It just came out this year, and it's absolutely incredible. It's about raising your standards, finding your person if you're looking, and living happily no matter what. Why do I recommend this book? I recommend this book because this book is great for clarity. It yanks the curtain back on all of that gray area, ambivalent behavior that we receive from men. You know, you can go around in circles forever with men, and they are totally unbothered. They are living their best life while we're over here overanalyzing, trying to figure them out. Not anymore. One of the lines that I love in this book, which is an amazing read if you have time and if you're single and dating, I definitely recommend it. Matthew says, one of the greatest things that you can find in a partner is a sense of certainty about you. When someone genuinely cares about you, they're going to let you know. That really resonated with me. And this is actually a book that I wish I had when I was younger, and I wanted to share it with you. It's called Love Life by Matthew Hussey. Okay. So on that note, I'm closing strong with Girl, It's Time to Leave. Girl, it's time to leave when he introduces you as his friend. Because ladies, if he introduces you as his friend, that is the beginning of the end. So get your keys because it is time to leave. All right, guys, meet me right back here next week. And don't forget to hit that follow button and leave a review. And tell all your friends because the single girls just got the mic.